Let's read the question together. A student analysed a compound and table 1 shows the results. So, in that introduction, the examiners told us we're looking for a compound. Remember, a compound is more than one element chemically joined together. Here are our results in table 1. The first column tells me the compound that I've tested, and that is the independent variable, the thing that I choose to change. And in this case, I've only chosen one compound to test, which we're calling compound A. Across the top are the types of tests that we could do. The first column is the flame test. This is the colour that a roaring blue Bunsen flame will go when you put the compound into the flame. The colour indicates the metal ion present, not the metal, but the metal ion present. The next column is the results on adding acidified silver nitrate solution. This is a test for halide ions, not the fluoride ion, but the other halide ions. So that would be chlorine, bromine and iodine ions in the compound. Now, if they are present, they will cause a precipitate. That's a solid that will not dissolve in the solution. And depending on the colour of the precipitate, it will tell me which halide was present in the original compound. The last column of the table is the results on adding hydrochloric acid, and that's adding it to the original compound. If we get effervescence, that's the posh word for seeing bubbles and hearing fizzing, that tells me I must have had a carbonate present in the original compound. Let's look at the question. Part A. Identify the metal ion in compound A. So what's the command word? The command word is identify, and we're looking for the metal ion in compound A. So to answer this question, I need to look at the first column, the flame test. And we can see here that the flame went yellow. This indicates the presence of the sodium ion. Please notice how I've actually put the word ion there, because it's not the presence of sodium metal, it's the presence of the sodium ion in the compound. Part B. Write a balanced ionic equation for the reaction between compound A and acidified silver nitrate. So what's the command word? The command word is write. And what other key information has the examiner given me? They want a balanced ionic equation. Remember, in any chemical reaction, the atoms cannot be created or destroyed, they're just rearranged. So they must be balanced with the same number of atoms at the start as at the end. And in an ionic equation, it shows the ions that are doing the chemistry. So it doesn't contain any what are called spectator ions, those ions that aren't actually involved in the chemistry. And we want a balanced ionic equation for the reaction between compound A and acidified silver nitrate. So thinking about the silver nitrate, which ion is the ion doing the chemical reaction? That will be the silver. And remember, the test using acidified silver nitrate solution is testing for halides. So the silver ion must be reacting with a halide, but which one? The clue here is the fact that a yellow precipitate is being made. This tells me that it must be reacting with iodide. So the silver ion will react with the iodide ion, and this is a one-way reaction. It's not reversible, so we're going to do a goes to arrow. And what it makes is a precipitate of silver iodide, AgI. So what are the marks for? You get 1 mark for correctly identifying the reactants, the starting ions, and 1 mark for correctly identifying the product.